tonight.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert. Back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Second and 2. Right back to Judy, and it's complete.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards and... Time on second down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
2nd down, another carry for Jackson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Niners at 10-2 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Numbers for him from a week ago. 20 carries, 54 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
You look at this Niner defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
The 49ers with the football here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, it's Jackson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Toss play to Jackson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They'll run again with Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now he'll try to run with this. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. On the give, here comes Jackson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going left side, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throws right side, and that's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 34. And this one is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
The point after is good, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. All right, we'll bypass the half. Time show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 48-yard line, here's second and a yard. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Jackson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to...
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Arizona.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Back to throw again. And the Niners get there and bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Arizona.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the...
He's got a man, complete. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So out now come the Cardinals.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Yellow, 43. First down, Arizona. You better be afraid of me.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They run on 1st down with Jackson. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
They lead. Big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Niners set to take over on offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food.
It got his man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that it's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and 4. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 yards to go, second down. Back to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. 1 final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for San Francisco, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.